Okay. So we would like to. We are here to learn Salesforce admin as well as and further next course of development as well based on interest. So let me just share my screen and we'll go ahead. Before I just like to start, as long as everyone is learning, we are here to learn. So feel free to ask your questions, guys. Don't hesitate. No question is a silly question. That's request from our end. So if you have any questions or if you would like to revisit the same topic, you can also ask, unmute yourself and ask here, or else you can post in the chat so that we'll come back to that. We'll discuss that same. uh Are you guys able to see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Yes.
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 Yeah, thank you. So yeah, myself Ashwant, and we are here for learn Salesforce admin within a 4 weeks. So we will be having a session. We'll be having alternate days on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, from 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. EST. Sorry, IST, and so we will be having alternative days, guys. So you could also we will be providing you the recording. If you can also do hands-on on the next day if you have any, or you can also learn or also take your time. If someone is trying to talk, you please unmute yourself. All right. So yeah, so we are here to learn a Salesforce as an admin right here. So can anyone tell me whatever you know about what is Salesforce? So no one knows what is Salesforce. Actually, I'm trying to find my chart here. Is that something no one knows what is Salesforce? At least whatever you heard about what is Salesforce, just give me one line statement also fine.
So Salesforce, like I heard something like it's work on the CRM tools
Mm-hmm.
wherever the flight details has been updated.
Okay.
So it's related to the CRM troubleshooting. If you want to do any kind of customization or any changes, we can help them.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Mm,
that's
that
all I know about it.
that's also one of the correct yeah, that's also correct. Anyone else?
Um, it's a cloud CRM
Mm-hmm.
so that we can use in different. We'll be able to use it in marketing cloud, sales cloud, and different kinds of clouds that will be connecting to customers to um, the business, customers to the business.
Okay.
It's a kind of um, CRM tool which is connecting to the people and the business. That's how I can say.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, whatever you guys
And
mentioned.
it has different versions of like paid versions. Uh, depending upon the licenses, we can be able to differentiate them, how many licenses we should be getting.
Mm-mm.
And if we want to um, deactivate the licenses in future, we can also do able to do that, and we don't need to pay um, while we are not using the license anymore. um, and we can also use the reports and dashboards to portray the whatever the sales or um, how the company is working. We can able to do that um, through the Salesforce, and we can able to show them to the high level management whatever the work is going on with our company.
Yeah,
So
that's a
this a little bit.
that's a good content.
Yeah, I actually know that it is a CRM. It works on the CRM tools, and one more main advantage of this is there is minor or no chance of data loss. I only know the advantage of this Salesforce is we don't have data loss because of it is in the work what we do is in clouds. So will not be having any data loss because we are not using our personal system. If it is corrupted, so we'll be losing our data, we'll be losing every work. So till this extent I know, that's it.
Yeah, that is also great. Yeah, good information, guys. So whatever you guys mentioned, it's all about the same. Just a simple start, I would say. Salesforce is a cloud-based application, which is completely no rely on any of the hardware devices. Either it's on except your browser and your internet. That is the just only one thing required. Wherever you go, you can also carry the Salesforce. That's what Salesforce promotes. So as if you are a not an admin or developer guy, it's like kind of a for end users, end customers, they can also access the Salesforce same from their mobile itself. So it is wherever we can go, we can also carry the Salesforce. It's completely a cloud-based application, like you guys said. It's nothing dependent of any of the device. We just need a browser and internet. That's it. And CRM. So you guys brought CRM. Is a tool. CRM is actually what is CRM? So CRM is a customer relationship management, which is end of the day, whatever the application we built is something to solve a problem of a customer as the end user, right? Whoever, either it's a mobile application or a desktop application or a web application, whatever it is. End goal of our application is to satisfy or uh, solve a problem of our end customers, end users, right? The CRM is the same, which is inbuilt, have a solution of satisfying certain problems. So it is a customer relationship management which deals with complete a solve of a basic requirements of a business. So that's what a CRM does. So like the way Salesforce has evolved, so it's been starting with I think it's around 1998 days of the Salesforce has introduced. So Salesforce is completely of at that time we don't even have a cloud based technology, if I remember correct, 1990 times. So it's cloud where it's introduced to the CRM on the cloud. So we have a certain applications where still CRM is exists, but mission based applications. And Salesforce will also compete with the same current what are the trending technologies in the current world, in terms of technology, in terms of business, in terms of uh, people who are working either in a Google or Microsoft or other company, other reputed companies. So Salesforce will also compete with the same all these factors as well. So that's why currently Salesforce is one of the number one platform in the world, And Salesforce also do a 3 releases per year, which is, let's say, let's take like WhatsApp, right? Our WhatsApp, regular use of WhatsApp, WhatsApp will upgrade at least couple of times per year, right? Either with knowing to us, they ask us to go ahead and go to a play store or app store and update, or they will by default, without knowing knowledge of us, they will also upgrade. The same way, Salesforce also do the 3 releases per year. That 3 releases, each and every release will have, they will come up with a different uh, technologies, different of new concepts. So every quarter, Salesforce will come up with a new feature. So that's why Salesforce is currently a trending technology, and it is completely on cloud based. So as I said, like the CRM, Salesforce is completely a customer relationship management which satisfies our customers. So let's say you're going to start a business, or you're going to start a business, so, which involves you have to interact with your customer, and you have to follow up with your customer. You have to communicate with your customer back and forth between the requirement or between the problems, anything. So right, so complete whatever the customer, we will be typically handling in a real time. So that's what it's customer relationship management. That problem having a solution in the Salesforce itself. So we don't need to build anything to satisfy a minimum requirements. So all the complete minimum are already available and built in the Salesforce itself. We don't need to take care of anything. We as a developer or as admin, what we need to do is we just need to see how this problem can be solved, in which way. So there will be a number of ways to solve a problem, right? So we have to pick a right solution at right time. So that's what, as a Salesforce admin or a developer, we have to learn. So Salesforce, in terms of uh, revenue, or in terms of as a developer or admin, the packages, so as we already seen in the demo, so Salesforce having a one of the major packages in the current with competing technologies. So that is also one of the option why Salesforce is becoming very vast, and becoming very popular. Either it's a mouth publicity or through even multiple forums. And yeah, that's all pretty much about Salesforce. So you might have heard different terminologies and different some people will say it's an application of just for sales, doing some marketing, all of the stuff. So it's not something that, it's a completely cloud application which satisfies for different problems. So someone brought up actually a licenses and different clouds. We'll see that in going forward in our next sessions. So it is nothing but like we will, as a business, we will be having a different areas to cover. Let's say I would like to deal with a sales department, and I would like to see what is the financial of it. I would like to see how my inventory is going on, and I would like to see the quotations. So all these things, right? There are so many areas will be involved while we are doing a business. That's in the general terms, right? The same way, Salesforce also has, based on your requirement or based on your problem, we will be having a particular clouds which we will be seeing in our upcoming sessions. Based on that, client or customer, whoever is using the Salesforce, will be buying it. Salesforce license cost also, it costs because of Salesforce is excuse me guys. Yeah, sorry. So Salesforce will take care of our application by their own itself. So we don't need to take care of how my data is data, what do you call, if multiple applications hit the same data or same database at the same time, how it's going to handle it. So everything, even the data fetch or data manipulations and our security, so that is also one of the key factor that Salesforce has a security, that it has so many what do you call, features or blockers, where someone try to attack from outside of the Salesforce. So it has so many prevention tools where it couldn't able to allow any customer to steal the data. It is not that much easy possible. So we also did not hear anything that data theft happened in the Salesforce. That's why all of our, most of the customers are choosing Salesforce because of the trust and the way the CRM handles everything. All right. So before I would like to start, and we'll see how it goes for our complete uh, Salesforce journey. We would like to thank our Ohana, which is the Ohana is the word we used to call as a Salesforce complete family. Either it's an employee or customer, partner, communities. So communities are the, you might have already heard different communities in your area, either it's in a city based or state based or country based. There were so many channels or communities involved, so they will be actively conducting some, meetings and engaging people to extend Salesforce knowledge across the globe. So, and I welcome everyone to the Salesforce Ohana. So you will also be part of Salesforce family, Salesforce Ohana. So you, as we as an employee, we also seen in the demo session, like what are the types of roles available in the Salesforce, right? It's a basic and minimum are like, what we knew, admin as a developer in the current outside of the, market. That's when it comes to the Salesforce, is that there are so many things. So common terminologies are admin, developer, business analyst, maybe a tester, typical term, and a manager. So these are the a few well-known roles to everyone. So we are going to see in this 4 weeks of this journey how our Salesforce admin will be, playing a role when it comes to the complete organization, and how admin will be, designing a problems and finding a solution, and what is we have as an admin, what we must knew it before we are implementing something. So all these things we will be seeing in these 4 weeks of session, guys. All right. So we'll just get started. Before that, do we have any questions from anyone? For some reason I can't able to see my chat. Okay, I don't hear anything. Okay. So uh, as we've seen in the demo session, if someone not attended, for every, okay, the first and foremost thing comes into the mind is whenever you are doing something, whenever you are building something in the Salesforce, where you are building your complete problem solution or everything, right? So where we are going to build, so let's take some of other trending technologies, like any web technologies. We will be building in some of our tools, and we will be deploying and hosting it, right? When it comes to Salesforce, everything will be have its own editions based on your requirement, based on your problem. We will be having editions, different set of editions. The few will be like enterprise edition, platform edition. So based on the problem of it, we will be having editions. And for a developer, Salesforce gives us the complete uh, free of cost one developer edition, where we can play, and it is no expiration time or expiration date. It can be available, and it's long last, there is no expiration for it, where we can play around all the available features throughout the editions. Okay, so we'll see how many, what are the editions we have going forward. And so developer edition is something for us as a developer. It doesn't mean a developer is nothing but only for developer. It's for developer or admin or anyone, which is a free or where we can play around in a hands-on. So I'll just so this is the URL. I'll also post the same in our chat group, WhatsApp chat, how to sign up for a developer account. If you did not guys see the screen, or if you did not do a developer setup, it's nothing. We can just need a few information to create it, and we don't need to provide any of the cost or any. We don't need to spend any amount here. Okay, I'll just create a one developer account. So you can provide your first name and you can provide your last name. So these are the basic fields. Email, this has to be provide your valid email guys whenever you're creating your org, because to this email only we will be getting a password to set up the password generation link. So it has to be a valid email. So this I have provided my email, and so these are the few roles. It doesn't matter actually, it's just to know how many people based on the role who are working on. It doesn't matter whatever you choose. Currently I'm choosing as developer. Company name, and postal code, I'm not sure about what is my current postal code. And username, this has to be a unique username. Whenever you're creating username, it doesn't need to be in the same email. You can provide your own username. So based on this username we will be logging into our orgs to see uh, whenever we used to log in. So this email will get a login verification link, and we will be setting up our password with that, and we will be logging into it guys. So I'll be providing Salesforce admin batch 3. You can provide any username, but it has to be in the email format. So it don't need to be the same email, but it has to be in the email format. So I have populated my email and the required fields, email and username. You just need to make sure the username should be unique. So it should be unique across the globe. So if you create an org with the same username, it will not allow us to create the same another developer org with the same username. Let me copy it. So I'll be receiving an email. Did I provide my email wrong, or is it sitting in the spam? No. Okay. Still, I did not receive anything.
Yeah, sometimes it may take time. Sign up means.
Yeah. Usually, sometimes it will be very quick, but yeah. Before I'll get an email, we'll have a quick uh, short break, guys. We'll join back at another 10 minutes, and we'll see how it creation of the org and what we have in the our Salesforce org, guys. I'll check my email, and I'll yeah, I got an email, but we'll do the setup the things after all we complete our break, guys.
Yeah, some like in one of our section, like we're going to have one break or two breaks. So like
Only one break.
everybody will one break, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, and in 5 minutes you're going to connect?
we can go ahead. We can 7:40, right?
Hmm. 7:45.
Yeah, we'll join back at 7:45.
Hmm.
Any questions, guys, before we go for a quick break? Okay, we'll join back at 7:39, which we'll join back in 6 minutes. All right. I hope everyone is back.
Yes, Ashwin, we are back.
Okay. Thank you. So I know you might be eager to see what we have in the Salesforce and how a Salesforce org is looking like. So I have received an email. Is it's recording or not? It is okay. Yeah. So we will be receiving an email once we filled up our information, guys. So then we need to do a few things here is, so this is our username whatever we have provided, and as we mentioned, Salesforce is completely a cloud-based application, so which will have a domain URL which will be independent for each and every org. So this is our instance URL. You don't need to remember this each and every time you log in. There is also another thing we can also log in from, but this is our instance URL which will be unique throughout the globe, and our username will also be unique, and this will also be unique. This is something generated by the URL is something generated by Salesforce itself. Okay, and so we just need to click on verify account. It will navigate me back to the setup. So to set up my password, it is not something we are changing a password. Don't bother about this message, guys. We will be setting up our password. So first time also will show the same information. So I'll be setting up some password here. I think I set up one. Okay, so the same like password policies, what we used to typically see, right? The same will be available here. We can also change these policies. We'll see that how we will be defining the password policies in future sessions, and we will be having our security question as well. You can also provide your own security question. Let me choose which question wants to me. Mm, okay, let me choose this. Okay, and here we go. So this is a complete Salesforce environment looks. It would be the same screen. You will see the same screen even if you're logging into your client's production org, or you will see the same look and feel, same environment for any of the orgs. It doesn't change. Only thing will be the URLs will be changing and the instances will be changing. And so this is the first time you log into your org, you will see that, and I'll also provide you the URL how to we will be login. It is just simple like login.salesforce.com. We don't need to provide any of the URL that we got from the Salesforce. If you would like to log in the same, you set up your username and you set up your password. So if you need to set up, if you need to log in again, you need to do is login.salesforce.com. That's it. Okay. So the URL will varies. Either it's a login or there is something called test. So I'll just give a brief intro of it. What is test and what is login? So as a developer, you will play around here in the in this org, and you will do changes here, test changes here, complete the things we will be doing in our developer org, right? For a client, for an end customer, whoever is using going to use Salesforce or who are going to buy the Salesforce, they will also be doing some of the same play around it. We will not directly make changes in the production, right? I hope everyone is familiar with the word production. Okay, production is something is just in simple word where our current end customers viewing our URL and customers viewing the screens. So that is something we will be calling as production. If someone is non-IT background, it's a complete end product, despite of either it's a technology or a terminology, it's complete end product where we will be seeing that. Same thing, whenever customer need to do a check of it or how it's working in my environment, no customer will directly, no client will directly deliver the same product developing in the production to customers, right? For that, we will be having something called sandbox. I know someone might have already heard about it. You might have that sandbox is also a familiar word as well. Sandbox is something, a complete instance of where same like a developer org where we will be playing, but there a customer will be playing and he will be setting up and everything. Okay, so when it comes to sandbox, when you like to log into the sandbox, the URL should be, instead of login, it will be test.salesforce.com. So it will be same for productions and same for developer orgs will be the login.salesforce.com. Only for sandbox, which is a test environment, right? That's why it should be the test.salesforce.com. Okay, so you will be providing your own username and password and logging in. All right. So comes to my created org. This is the screen. As a developer or as an admin, we will maximum see this space, the setup. This is what we will be calling it as. This setup screen, developer or admin will mostly see in our complete career. And there is also another thing where our customer viewing will see that. So this is setup where you will be doing configurations, where you will be, managing a configuration, everything we will be playing in this setup. I'll start from this right corner, whatever we have here. So this is this is what we used to call as avatar icon. You can also set up your own, images here. From here, we'll see that. So I'll just click on settings. It has my complete information of whatever I have entered while creating my org. So once you created your user, so this is what we will be calling it as a user. The org we created is a developer edition, and developer edition will have two free of cost licenses for Salesforce administrator licenses, and this is the user which we have provided information from our sign up. And don't bother about the fields if you not filled out and auto filled. So this is something alias will be auto filled by the Salesforce itself. So first name, last name I have populated, and email I have populated, username which I have given, nickname will be that Salesforce will take care of it. Nickname once you are setting up from the sign up time. Okay, and you can also update all these information here if you would like to. So these are the some personal information that we can see here. So you can also change if you would like to change anything here except username. You couldn't able to change username once you create your org. If you would like to do, you either you have to create a new user, or maybe if you don't want to use the same org, you can create another org. Developer edition is free of cost, guys, and you can update your information here. So this is the user record which Salesforce created for me on behalf of me. Salesforce created a user record whenever I'm sign up, whenever I did sign up. Okay, so this is the personal information. Just click on my name. So this is the page which is, you can also set up your images. You can also upload your image if you would like to do some branding stuff. You can upload your images and you can edit your information here. And so these are my details of which a branding UI which has a few fields only visible here. like not complete fields will be visible. And you can also edit from here, and you can also see the details. So you can also do editing here. You can populate your address and any of the information. And user detail will navigate us back to the same screen. And here you can also, if your org has 3 to 5 users or more than one user, you can also do follow and following. That is something like complete a business solution where multiple applications solving a problem will be completely taken care by Salesforce. Okay, I'll just go back again. Okay, so currently I don't have any image. Let me see. So I just trying to change my image here, how it looks like. Okay, I have one. Let me populate this. So I just populated Salesforce here. So you can change your resizing and everything here. So you can play around it. The complete like our social media platforms, right? You can also play the same things here. Click on save. So the same icon will be updated here and here as well. So whenever you log in, so you can also identify based on multiple users with this login information. Okay, so we can also change the cover photos from here if you would like to. I think I don't have a very large information here. Let me choose this. Yeah, so these are the some basic informations like our social media platforms we use to deal, right? Like setting up of our logos and brandings, everything same like. So we'll talk about more on this page in upcoming sessions, whatever we have, how to do groups and followings. Okay, for now let me just go back to my. So this is from username. If I click on my username, I can change from my logos and I can edit my details from settings. Let me go back to settings again. So here this is my personal information, which is my current user record, where I will be able to change or pre-populate or repopulate any of the information back after the user record is created. Then I'll just touch few from the left hand side. There is something called change my password. So if you would like to change your password, you can do change password from here. And so you can populate the same like whatever we've seen in the setting of the password. You will be providing your all the information. You can change password from here. If you would like to change your language and time zone, from the left hand side we will be having everything. If you do not couldn't able to find here, you can also type here language. So if this is a quick find, we can also filter it out based if you know the word. So click on the language and time zone, it will populate, it will navigate here. So you can change your time zone based on your country, based on your region. And you can also change your locale, the language, the locale actually how based on your country. And Salesforce also supports few languages other than English. So you can, if you are any of your from or any of your client is supporting these languages, you can also support. So the complete or the complete page will be rendered like in the same respective language whatever we're selecting here. This email encoding, for now we don't need to talk about this. We'll see how what we'll be having in this in the next sessions. So these are the some few basic informations. We can set up our user, we can see how we created a user record, and we can do some brandings. Okay, then So if you would like to log out, you can log out from here. And this is my endpoint URL. Just you will also find the same from the top URL as well. This my username will be rendered, my logo, and you can log out from here. Then if I come to here, this is the notifications bar. So this is the top bar, will be common for each and every page wherever you are visiting in the Salesforce. So this is the notifications. So let's say you as a business, you will be assigned with some task, and then you will be assigned some task to someone, so everything, right? So if you have any such notification, either task assignment or some kind of work related things, will be popped up here, notifications. So this is the same like our complete uh, social media type of things. And this is the most visited by the developers, as I said. Either you will be doing, admin or developer related work. Whenever you log into your org, if you are seeing, if you would like to go to your setup, so setup is the screen where developer or admin will spend most of the time. So if you would like to go here, click on the, this is settings icon or gear icon, click on setup. That will navigate back to my setup page. Okay, so here I will be seeing each and every configuration will be available in this screen, and we'll see that. And what else in the top bar? So this is Salesforce help. So one beauty of the Salesforce, and the one best thing is the with the Salesforce, how much time Salesforce spend on each and every releases, each and every development side. Salesforce will also spend the same time on the documentation. So everything, whatever we have, whatever we are seeing here, everything, each and everything will be documented, and that will be available in the trailhead.org. So if you have any questions, or if you have any, stuck at something, or you'd like to learn something, we can also create a develop trailhead.org. So if I click on help icon, this I have a trailhead. If I click on that, so this is the Salesforce Trailhead, which is a complete hands-on, as well as complete documentation. Each and every module we will be having. I'll just show a few things here. Uh, so based on your admin, your role, you can also choose different modules. Let's say I'm a developer or I'm an admin. If I can choose admin, it will filter out all type of admin related tasks, or admin related modules will be filtered out here. So you can also do some practice on this trial, with this trailhead, help of this trailhead. Each and everything will be documented in this trailhead, guys. So you don't need to, if you struck at something, you don't need to remember, or you don't need to buy out anything. You can easily go ahead and see this trailhead. So this trailhead, we have badges, as well as based on the badges you will be get some points. So this is my one of my another developer, that's why it is automatically linked with that. So you can link your own dev org to this trailhead. So if you do any learning, you can add your it will add your badges. So I'll just quickly show what is the module looks like. Let me just, I'll just open one module. So it will have, let's say this is the module, I just clicked on it, I did not do anything. uh it doesn't topic doesn't matter, just see what we have here. So it has a 200 points, and if we finish this module, we will be getting this many points. And how much time to complete this module, like estimated time. So we have a progress of how much we have done. So this is a complete track of it, whatever we are learning. You don't need to remember anything. So Salesforce will track everything for us. Okay, so this is the trial head. You don't need to create anything. You can just link your developer or whatever you created to the trial head. Then, so if you have any, as I said, Salesforce will have a release of each and every quarter, right? So every year there will be 3 releases. So if you would like to see what's been interesting in this release, current release, so you can see from here, view release notes. So that will, you know, give us the what is the current Salesforce release version name, and what are the release notes available. So the one best thing I would say from the Salesforce is the way the documented the things, even it's a trial head or even the help documents or everything will be properly documented, where you don't need to spend time on finding the documents. We just need to do like quick search, it will bring my documents. So everything will be properly documented, guys. You don't need to by heart or remember by forcefully anything when you are learning a Salesforce. Okay, so this is something, if you set up your trial head org, you will be having some how you are learning and everything here. You can play around it. And okay, so let's consider you're starting some business. Either it's a FMCG business or a retail business or online platform, anything. Okay, let's consider you're starting some a business. So where you will be dealing with your customers who are the end users of your product, and you will not be doing everything by your own. So you need some partners. So you'll be dealing with partners, and you will be dealing with some multiple people. So because you are not alone doing everything, you will be having something. So you will be dealing with some people. Everything when it relate to us, like either if you need to communicate with to your customer, you will be doing some emails, right? Everything whatever you're doing, you don't need to go out of the Salesforce and do your job. Let's say I want to send an email to my customer. You don't need to go out of the Salesforce. You can send an email from Salesforce itself to your customer. So there are so many actions, like if you would like to do, create a task. So typically you might have heard like either a Jira or some task assignment tool, how you will be creating some task and you will be assigning. Or in real world, when you are working with a group of people, you will be assigning some task to them, right? Like, hey, this is the task you have to done by end of this day. So this is the task you have to do by tomorrow. So some we will be having some plan, right? So everything, all the such things will be inbuilt provided by Salesforce. You don't need to worry about anything. So some of the global actions, this is something we used to call as this plus icon, global actions. So here you can create an event and you can add your other users to that particular event. So you can see those events in the calendar. You don't need to go out of the Salesforce. So we'll see how everything will be created, but I'll just show quickly what we have the global actions. So event you could also create from here, task, contact. So these are the some standard objects will be available. You don't need to bother about right now. Email, so if you would like to send an email, just click on email. So it will pops me up what is from who to whom I send. So from will be the current, whoever the user you logged in, right? So this user, so whoever the user logged in, it is not this user's personal email, Gmail or Yahoo. It is something will be sending from Salesforce. So you will be choosing your from email, and you will be providing your to address, and you can send some email. So let's say I'll be sending some. So I just populated one of my email. If you would like to have your BCC, you can. I'll be populating some subject. And if you would like to attach anything, you can also do attachments. Let me attach some. So this is something also, another thing is, you can attach your file from here. I'll just attach from here. I'll be uploading my course content documentation. That's it. So as simple as it, whatever you will be doing your from your typical inboxes, right? Typical mailboxes. You don't need to go out of the Salesforce to do a basic, a minimum requirements to achieve your to solve your problems. So everything will be built inside the Salesforce. That's why Salesforce CRM is that much most powerful. And it, we don't need to take care of everything. So this is something or which I created now, right? I did not do any of these things. It is inbuilt provided by Salesforce. Let me just quickly send it. So this is just some warning. Email will be sent. If you I can also view the same email. So this is the email. So if I have this is the email sent from the Salesforce. So it is not something sent from my configured email in this org, which is sent from the Salesforce itself. So typical mailboxes. Okay. And let me go back to my org. Yeah, so we are here in the quick actions. So we can see, we can do some quick actions. So these quick actions, we will see in the later on sessions what these each and every quick action job and what is the purpose of it. So these are the few quick actions. You don't need to go to any of the screens. We can traverse from here itself. And let me go to my setup again. Here we go. So we've covered up to here the quick actions. We'll talk about these favorites later. And this is something that this is a global search, where if you do not remember any of the your records, if you just remember the name, you can directly search the records here. This is the global search. It will search complete your data, and it will pops up here. And this is your company's image. If you would like to change your branding of your company, so mostly when you are dealing with our customers, we will be having a different logo for each and every customer. So you will be changing your company logo. And this is from the top section. Except these favorites will cover we have covered everything. We'll see these favorites when it comes to the next session. So this part, the second row, is completely about our configurations that we are going to work. Okay. So this particular 9 dots under the Salesforce under the my company's logo, this 9 dots we will be calling it as app launcher. Okay. So we'll talk about this. And before that, so this is the setup screen, the setup home. So this object manager also will talk about this later sessions. This home page will contain each and every whatever I'll be doing as a developer or admin. We'll be having everything defined here. We just need to search that and make changes. Okay. And coming to this app launcher, let me click on view all. So this is something which we did not do anything. As we have seen in the demo session, as we have discussed in the earlier of this session, Salesforce will have a multiple areas to cover, which we will be calling a Salesforce terminology as cloud. Salesforce cloud. Let's say you are doing some manufacturing business. Let's take some car manufacturing, right? So whenever you are doing some manufacturing business, you're at to start, you will not combine every department in one place. Let's say you have your sales department will gather about all the how many number of sales has been processed for this month or quarter or this year, right? And service, let's consider whenever you have something manufacture started manufacturing, you should do support, right, which is a service, right? Whenever you have your customers had some problems, you need to do support our customers. For that we will be doing some service or support terminology. That service or support we will not combine at any point, right? Service will be something will be deal with how what is the vehicle it will be coming up and what is the problem, what type of problem, and who is the customer. Sales is something he is going to buy a new vehicle, so which has its own different department. Service its own different department. When it comes to you would like to do some promotions. Okay, this year we have some discounts, so this month we have some discounts, so you will do some promotions, right? That promotions will fall under marketing department, right? So you will be doing some marketings. So each and every department will have its own cloud. In the That's what cloud is, the term we used to call here in the Salesforce terminology. Everything for a developer account, we will be seeing each and every clouds. But when it comes to the professional editions or customer real-time editions, each and every edition has to buy based on the licenses. Customer need to buy the license, then only it will be available. Okay, so as a developer account we can play with each and every clouds we as we have provided in the by Salesforce. Okay, so if you would like, these are the some of the applications that we will be calling whatever we are seeing here. These are we used to call as apps. Like you can categorize your app based on your needs. So this is something, let's say I have my sales department. These are the applications provided by Salesforce itself. I did not create anything. By default Salesforce provided me these apps, so which separated sales department, service department, marketing department, some of the few familiar words to us. Okay, so you can also create your own apps, you can also change things, you can also play around it. So these are the some standard Salesforce apps. Okay, let me click on sales. So this is the screen where our customer who is you going to use who is going to play around with the Salesforce, our end customer will be seeing this screen after they logged in. So this is the, like, page where whatever you built for your customer or whatever you built, you will be seeing everything in this applications. So if you want to build something, we will be developing in the setup screen. If you want to build something after you build and you want to see your changes, you will be doing in the applications. Either it can be any of the application, you can just add those here. Okay, so these are the some standard tabs. So here one more reminder is I did not do anything in this org except user creation. All these were completely by default done by the Salesforce. That's what the power of CRM. Okay, so here some opportunities leads, these are the standard objects we will be seeing in our later on sessions. What are these objects and what is the use of this object when we will be seeing it and when we'll be using it. So this each and every uh, tab, this is what we will be calling it as tab, like how our browser tabs does. Same, like it is a tab. Each and every object you can create some different tabs. And if you see some info data here, let's say uh, let's take some account is a general terminology, right? So just click on this, you can see what Salesforce also does for us is, as a developer account, he will Salesforce also create certain some of the data for us by default. We don't need to create any data if you want to play around it. So some few objects will have its own data, you can play around it. So this is some account records already Salesforce loaded for me. And this is the application name. These are the Salesforce standard tabs. You can also configure these based on your application. And if you want to see more tabs, it will be like a, you can add or remove your tabs here. So you just need to do is, in the right corner we have some pencil icon, right? So if I click on that, it will show me what are the tabs I've already added here. So all these were the tabs by default powered by Salesforce. If I click on add more items, so I can also add any additional items if I need based on my requirement, based on my application. Okay. And these are the some navigation items, I would say. So this is the app launcher icon, and these are the tabs. And here the favorites, I'll just come to here. If I'm a customer, or if I'm frequently seeing the screen, let's say I want to see this all accounts frequently, I don't want to go each and every time this app launcher and select here. So I can do is I can add this to favorites. So this particular page will be added to the favorites. If I scroll, go to any of my other pages, I can see from this list and I can click on it. So it will be like easy clicks if we are frequently visiting some of the URL, some of the tabs. And that's all pretty much about this, what we how our Salesforce or creation. So before I just go about the questions, do you have any questions, guys? So whatever we have seen so far. Okay, I don't hear anything. Is it is it looking easy peasy for everyone, or do you see any difficulties, or like do you feel not comfortable? Is it looking easy to play around it for everyone?
It's good.
So, hi, Ash.
Yeah, hi. I did not hear after that. Yeah, any questions, guys? Okay, I did not hear from anyone. I did not see. So
Yeah, I think Sam is asking something. Sam,
yeah, Sham.
this is Bala. Like, I think Sam is asking something and here
uh,
one.
Balakrishna, I think your voice is a bit low.
Okay.
Okay, so I did not hear any questions, guys. So just a quick wrap of it. Whatever I have you done in this first day of first session, we just create a Salesforce org, and we have seen basic and default navigations of our org after we created it. And we have seen how we can change our logos and how we can change our personal information. And we have seen some default Salesforce standard applications, and we've seen what are the standard tabs, at least the names or how the structure is. So we've seen couple of tabs. That's what for this session. And if you guys have any questions, feel
So, hi, Ashwint. Sorry to disturb you now. But you told that some courses should be like you showed us some screen which displays a course and which should be completed in these minimal days. Is that a compulsory course?
it is not. It is just a module, like a trailhead is something. If you would like to learn, you can also if you have any questions, or if you need some a general hands-ons, you can learn from these modules. This is not something compulsory. It is just a module what we have in the provided by Salesforce for learning.
Okay, it's an additional info, additional knowledge to be earned by us on our interest, right?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
these are like self-learning portals provided by a Salesforce, and they are different things. Like when you want to do a certifications, or if you take like Salesforce is keep on evolving, new things are keep on adding, and when something is released newly, and if you want to learn, you don't need to take every time training, or you need to ask for someone who know it. You don't need to do that. So this is kind of a self-learning portal, and this kind of a every module will be there, and there will be a theory and a practical task. So you can go through it. It's kind of a fun way of learning. So they will take some examples and tell you. And apart from that, once you complete the module, you will be gaining some points. At the top, you can see there are some points and badges. You can see in the H1 name at the top right corner of your shared screen. You can see a badges and a points. So once you complete the modules, you'll be keep on adding these points and badges. And when you're looking for a job or something, some of the companies are really interested in these also. Not every company, but some of them are really interested to see it. So these are all some of the ways where you can practice the task, and you can see if you have any doubts in future also, you can directly search on this module, any topics, and you can find a module like this, and then you can just go one by one and you can achieve the badge or a points for that. And sometimes, Salesforce offers a free certification. Usually certification costs around $200. And if you like, there will be some super badges, and there will be some set of modules given by Salesforce. And if you complete all those in certain windows, Salesforce provide a free certification holding the super badge. So these are all like your interest, like your self-running portals, and if you want to put time and learn, it's not a mandatory to answer your question.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Anyone, any questions, guys? Okay. I'll just so we will be sharing this recording to everyone through our channel. For that, we just need a small favor from every one of you. I'll be just stop share my screen. Uh, so I'll be sending one Google form, guys. Just please fill out this form in our WhatsApp group. I'm sending this in WhatsApp group. Just please fill out this form so that we will be sharing our content to these specified with the filling users. So we will be no tracking of like the emails and everything, guys. So it is not just a something uh, you're not exposing anything. We just need to know each and every one. That's it. Okay, then that's all from our today's session, guys.
Yeah, yeah. The idea is to like once you fill the form, and if you can share your email, then only like we were able to share these recordings with you. So the plan is we're going to upload this recordings to YouTube, and we'll be sharing those channel links, and that will be accessible by only the group members, not by everyone. So if you can fill this form and share, then only you will be able to access those recordings. Okay. Yep.
All right, and that's all from our today's sessions, guys. We'll see you on Wednesday.
One more thing, we are going to share practice tasks for this session, and daily we'll keep on doing the same. So now we have a session. We'll be providing you a list of tasks that need to be completed. And this thing that we are not going to ask you whether you have done or not. It's up to you whether you're going to practice it and you're going to utilize it 100% or not. So try to utilize the task, and if you have any questions, you have to come back and ask, okay, I was not able to do this task, or like help me out how to do this. Okay. But it's up to you, like we're not going to ask you like whether you are completed or not, show me your workbook. We're not going to do all those, but please put your efforts and complete the task, then only it makes sense for you to like learning this knowledge. Okay, thank you all.
Yeah, thank you everyone. We'll see you on Wednesday. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.